This is a CBS News special report. I'm Nora O'Donnell with John Dickerson and Bianna Golodriga in New York. The last members of a soccer team trapped underground for more than 2 weeks have just been brought out of a cave in northern Thailand. We have the confirmation. They began this third and final mission this morning to rescue those missing boys and their coach. It began hours ago, and we are told now that all of them have been rescued. They have been brought to the surface.
The boys who were rescued during the past 2 days are recovering in a nearby hospital. This rescue mission has been closely followed around the world. Anna Werner is near the scene in the town of Mae Sai in Chiang Rai province. Anna, good morning.
Good morning, and that's correct. Sources telling CBS News that all 13 of the people who were trapped in that cave have now been rescued. It is about 6:30 our time here in Thailand. And as we understand it, they went in mid-morning, so that's potentially 8 hours. All of those people in 8 hours is a remarkable accomplishment when you consider that they did roughly the same thing in terms of time, probably yesterday, maybe a little bit less, and the day before was even longer. So you're talking about a determined team of rescuers, determined to get this done and to get the remaining people out before rains come that are expected later this week. That is a 3-day rescue that I think is unprecedented. All 13, so 12 boys and their coach, all out of the cave.
Oh, Anna, it's just incredible to hear this news, this final push. And it's actually, they've had the most success on this final day. They said it was going to be a long day. They said they wanted to get everybody out, and they got that remaining 5 out today. Those boys, including their coach, that 25-year-old coach, who they said might be the last one out, who had been a former student at a Buddhist monastery, who I think was trying to keep the boys calm.
Yeah, 90 divers from around the world, the best of the best, came to save these boys. And in such a short period of time. Another good sign was that weather seemed to be cooperating these past 2 days at least.
And the stress, there's obviously the emotion of young boys, but then some of them couldn't swim. Then we've all been looking at the cave and that winding, precipitous, narrow gap, the choke points. To be able to make it through all of that in a coordinated way with people speaking different languages from around the world, it's an extraordinary coordinated event.
There'll be more to learn about this story, just how they got these boys out, the condition of these boys. Were they nervous in that narrow passageway? Also saw the community, that people came out, they were cooking chickens and food for all the rescuers, and that as they were pumping so much of that water out, it actually flooded many of the local rice fields. Poor farmers who said they've lost their entire crop this year. I read one farmer said, though, it's more important to have these boys alive than to have our crop. So
worth that sacrifice, and we are all thinking and so happy for the families of those boys who've been waiting for 2 weeks now for this good news.
It's truly the best possible outcome. I remember when we first reported this story, I thought, oh my goodness, this may not have a happy ending, and incredibly, the world came together.
Yeah. This is what happens. Good things can happen, right? I mean, this is such a feel-good story for everyone around the world.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. Well, thanks to our team who's been doing incredible reporting. We still have more to share with you on that. We're going to rejoin now CBS This Morning and let you know that coverage will continue throughout the day on your local news on this CBS station and on our 24-hour streaming network, CBSN.
This has been a CBS News special report. I'm John Dickerson with Nora O'Donnell and Bianna Golodriga, CBS News, New York.